Well, hello there, people, and I'm here to launch Operation American Liar. Now, what this operation is all about is exposing Chris Kyle as a liar. So here's what we're going to do, people. We're going to go on Twitter, and this is what I like to do. I like to put American Sniper into the search engine. I usually put the hashtag, and then all the tweets of American Sniper will come up. Hit all tweets, the option. Hit all tweets, not top tweets. Hit all tweets. And then you could see all the people who have tweeted American Sniper recently, and just pick some to comment on. And just, a lot of people will be like, oh, Chris Kyle's a hero, greatest man ever to live, greatest movie ever, blah, 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 blah. Just a bunch of bullshit. Someone actually, then tweet back to them and inform them that Chris Kyle lied about punching out Jesse Ventura and lied about how he said Ventura punched out or said the SEALs deserve to lose a few. Hashtag American Liar. I know that's not 140 characters, but you can condense it. So just tweet out stuff like that to people, and just tweet out the truth. Tweet out the truth. It doesn't necessarily even have to be to people. Just send out a tweet, send out a YouTube, and spread the truth about Chris Kyle being a liar. That's basically the point of this operation, because we have a lot of people now who are just not informed of the fact that Chris Kyle lied about punching out Jesse Ventura and lied about saying that Ventura said the SEALs deserve to lose a few. So we actually want to, the mainstream media is not doing their job. The Fox News, the CNNs, the MSNBCs are not doing their job. So we have to do the job for them. We have to spread the truth to the dumbed down, fluoride loving, aspartame loving, high fructose corn syrup loving, just dead zombie public. We have to just spread the facts, spread the truth that Chris Kyle lied, and the mainstream media won't cover that. It's all, oh, Chris Kyle's a hero, he's fighting for our freedoms. And I've talked about that many times, and how the military doesn't fight for our freedoms. They fight for big mega corporations that are part of the military-industrial complex that Eisenhower warned us about in the 1950s in his farewell address. But the powers of the military-industrial complex and how it could be bad for America. So again, we want to spread the truth. Spread the truth and just inform people that Chris Kyle's a liar. Because when people are talking about Chris Kyle's life story, they'll talk about his family, they'll talk about his daughters, they'll talk about his military work, but they won't talk about this. They'll just leave it out like it never even happened. And at first people are like, oh, Ventura, he's suing Kyle, he's suing as a widow, blah, 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 blah. And it's all this poor widow, blah, when the widow has made $6 million off the book. She had to pay $1.8 million back to Ventura, so she still has $4+ million to support her family with. While the media's like, oh, she's all poor now. How's she gonna raise her children? Bullshit. Don't give me that bullshit. There's no attacking of Chris Kyle. It's all towards Jesse Ventura, especially at first. But then when the truth came out and the trial came and the verdict came in July of this year, or July of 2014, then the media kind of backed off of blaming Ventura. Although they still did a little bit, and then they just ignored it altogether, and they act like this doesn't even happen, like it's just some small event in Chris Kyle's life that just doesn't even happen, that never even happened. So there you go, people. If something happened that doesn't go along with the agenda of Chris Kyle being a hero, we're just gonna ignore it. Oh, but if the verdict came out that Ventura was that the incident happened, the media would be all over it saying, oh, you see that, people? Chris Kyle's a hero. He punched out Ventura. Ventura said it. The media would be all over that. But since it didn't happen, the media wasn't really covering it too much. All the headlines were pretty much, yeah, Jesse Ventura wins at $1.8 million, and we're not really going to comment on it anymore other than that. So since the mainstream media still is going along with the agenda that Chris Kyle is a great human being, we're going to inform the people of Chris Kyle and his true intentions of lying to defame Jesse Ventura. And while I don't agree with Ventura on every subject, I think he's a little too liberal. Like, he supports raising the wage, he supports open borders. So he is a little too liberal for me in that aspect, but he's a great guy. He's a real guy. He tells the truth. He's honest. He is calling for, he questions 9/11, he questions the government, and he just wants the truth. He follows the Constitution. So I'm backing Ventura here. And again, just inform people that are clueless to the information. Most people will probably just tweet back, "Oh, fuck you," or "suck my dick," like immature retards. But at least let's inform people, and maybe we'll get some converts on our hands who actually wake up to the fact of Ventura actually being the real hero in this situation and Kyle being the liar. So tweet out, and expose Kyle as not the American sniper, not the American hero, but the American liar. So there you go, people. Again, I think even if nobody else tweets out shit and uses social media to get the truth out, then I will do a one-man mission of just spreading the truth, spreading the word about Chris Kyle. Kyle is just a fraud, and the mainstream media is a fraud for not covering this, and just everybody else complicit in this, kind of cover up of Chris Kyle being a liar as a fraud. The dumb public doesn't even know what's going on except what Fox News tells them or what some other corrupt mainstream media tells them. So they won't even know the fact of Chris Kyle being a liar and how he lied. Oh, it's all about Jesse Ventura. Oh, he's so bad for trying to get his name back. When somebody says that, when somebody, especially of Chris Kyle's stature, him being one of the most famous military men probably in history, or probably currently, when somebody says that about you, that's a big accusation, and that could really hurt your name. That could really hurt your reputation when somebody accuses you of saying the SEALs deserve to lose a few. So you're going to do anything in your power, really anything that you morally have to do to prove that didn't happen. And he sued the Kyle estate. He did not sue the wife specifically. He sued the Kyle estate. Let's get that. He sued the estate. So let's get that cleared up. And he was just trying to get his name back. And his wife was the one who inherited the money off the lie, so she's involved too. She's not innocent. Alright? And they're all like, oh, Ventura should give the money to charity. Well, maybe Kyle's wife, Taya Kyle, should give some of that money to charity, or maybe she should talk about how her husband lied to kids, and maybe talk about how that's not the right thing to do. So, there you go, people. Let's just spread the truth. Let's expose the mainstream media as frauds, as bullshit news, and let's promote the real media, the alternative media. There's a lot of great alternative media out there. Drudge Report, Infowars, WorldNet Daily, even the Daily Callers, and that is kind of conservative. There's some good. I see that even the Examiner. There's some aspects of the mainstream media that are good, but you should get your real news from, I think alternative media is a place to get it from. But, sometimes the mainstream media will put out some good stories, but in this, they're really doing a horrible job here, and I think it's being done on purpose. So let's expose Chris Kyle as a liar. Let's promote the truth. And again, hashtag American Liar on Twitter. Let's tweet it out to people who are just asleep to this whole court case and don't even know what happened. So let's expose him as a liar, expose all these people as liars, and let's make Operation American Liar a success. And if you tweet out something like American Liar, I'll try to retweet you. If I see your tweet, I'll try to search it in Twitter and try to retweet it. So there you go, people. Let's expose Chris Kyle. There you go.